Sidney and Carol Auck live in Wautoma, Wisconsin, and have been married for 58 years this August. They currently raise 25 registered Angus cows, 25 acres of corn, and 35 acres of hay. However, Sidney started his life in Iowa, and when he was 14, his dad bought a dairy farm in Wisconsin for $120 an acre in 1954.
Buy a farm for $19,000 is what it costs them.
As Sidney got older, he worked on a dairy farm in Janesville and was given the opportunity to buy one for $26,800. That included 42 cows, feed, and a full line of machinery. About 3 years later, he got a farm by Whitewater where he ran around 420 acres and milked 103 cows. He also bought land and built a house in Tennessee for them to visit time to time. 2 years later, they decided to move back to the home farm and continue milking 42 registered Holstein cows and work their way back up to 70. They were also a part of the Wisconsin Horse Racing Association, where Sidney trained horses and had the top thoroughbred horse of the year 3 times with 2 different horses.
I was the top race trainer in Wisconsin 7 years in a row when we had horses. 100 and some win pictures.
Really? Wow.
And we lost them all in a fire. But the photographer made us all new ones.
You had a house fire?
Yeah, I built a house at the farm. 3 months after we moved in, we had a fire. It was all home sawed, lumbered.
In 1998, their son took over the farm, so they moved to a different farm nearby and once again started building a new home.
He says, well, I'll sell you 35 acres for $10,000. I says, I think you just sold it.
Oh, okay.
I started building this the last week of August in '98, and it was just like this. On Valentine's Day, we moved in '99. Okay. I had 2 black white-faced heifers when I moved here, and I worked for a friend. I remodeled in his house, and to pay me, he gave me them 2 crossbred white-faced heifers. But then I went to that Burn sale, and I bought 4 cows, and that's what got me on the Angus.
Yeah.
Registered. But I had registered Holsteins. I have registered quarter horses. I thought, well, why not have registered cattle?
After selling steers and raising heifers, he decided to start selling bulls. He said, I needed someone to help me, and after talking to different markets, the only one that would work with me was Stratford Equity and Perry Wolf. I have been selling all of my cattle through that market ever since, with a bull production sale every spring and the next one being May 23rd at 6 p.m. and a bred cow and heifer production sale every fall.
Now, I get what I get, and I'm happy with whatever I get.
Sidney has bought bulls for breeding from Gold Crown Angus, Marta Angus, Emerald Angus, as well as breeding some cows artificially. He has 4 Pathfinder cows so far and hopes to have more. In 2006, Sidney injured his hip and was told by his doctors to quit farming and had to undergo his 4th hip replacement. Unfortunately, he got a bacteria infection and had to have it taken back out, causing further complications.
When they took it out, I got a blood clot in my lung.
Oh, okay.
And I was in the hospital. If I wouldn't have been, I'd have probably died.
Yep.
I called Carol. I said, you better come. I said, I don't think I'm going to make it, because I was terrible.
So you're lucky.
I've been lucky more than once.
And you're like, I ain't quitting farming, huh?
Why quit? I
Yeah.
didn't have nothing to do.
Well, Sidney does plenty in his spare time. He is very proud of his toy setups that he builds for a hobby, and I was honored to get to see them. Oh my goodness, lights right up.
You should see my this year's project. You will. I built a fort.
Did ya? He also has a collection of over 500 John Deere tractors, runs tractor pulls in Wautoma and Plainfield, and enjoys pulling his own tractors with his son.
Here. Any advice for young farmers?
For young farmers,
Yeah.
work your ass off.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
And here you are.